Hello, deployer.
Hello. What's
How are
up,
we doing
guys? Thanks
today?
for having me on. Yeah, good. Doing good.
Nice. Yeah, I appreciate you jumping on a Monday morning, Monday afternoon, wherever you're based.
On
Yeah,
Monday too,
Banker.
man.
So Banker's an AI assisted wallet that lets you manage your on-chain activity effortlessly through messages, either directly in feed, which I'm sure you've seen many times on Twitter, or in their terminal. So deployer, I actually don't know a ton about your origin story. So pretty curious to start there. I wonder if you'd talk about the kind of the initial insights that led to Banker and I guess kind of your like meta vision for the product.
Yeah, for sure. So, just a quick background on me. I've been building in the space since like 2017. Built like a early NFT infra marketplace platform that was later acquired by one of the top exchanges, and like since then, I've been like building in the space, various things, and then so pretty much the entirety of 2024, I was building Ham on Farcaster, which was like a social experiment on-chain tipping. There was a layer 3 that handled the tips, really kind of exploring this, the opportunities that social data combined with on-chain primitives kind of unlocked with Farcaster. So like it was really one big experiment, and like we were having fun with it, and we built a pretty good community, not pretty good, like a great community. People were calling it the Ham Cult, and just kind of having fun, experimenting there. And then Clanker launched, shout out Clanker, and I was talking with my co-founder who I built and sold the NFT project with. And we had wanted to do something new for a while, so we were always jamming on different ideas. And I was kind of telling him, what was happening on Farcaster, and told him about Clanker. Clanker's this AI agent that launches coins in the social feed, and we saw like the other AI agents, they were kind of just like chat bots, like Luminous, which was really cool by Martin, I think, from the higher team. So it was around this time, when the AI agent meta started heating up. And we just through our conversation are just kind of like, well, what about an agent that like helps you buy crypto? And having been building like tipping bots, the last year, like in the feed, I'm like, yeah, but it has to be social, because like there's so much power in bringing these products right to where people already are, and Clanker kind of proved that. And I had been doing it, with the Ham experiment the whole last year. And so that was kind of the catalyst, and then like I spent a week jamming on the code, and I got an initial version working, which really just helped people buy clankers early on. So like people would drop a clanker, like this is when like Dick Butt launched, and so a bunch of people got in early on that, when it was having its moment. So and that was kind of what started helping get Banker in some popularity. Is it actually worked. It just was very simple. It bought coins for you, sent them to your Farcaster wallet, and then we continued building on that, which for those who don't know, like since then Banker has really grown up a bit. It's kind of your whole crypto AI assistant, really. It can manage a wallet. We support multiple chains, limit orders, and we've done like enough volume, like have been able to grow the team, so now there's a team of four of us, four engineers, designer, business guy. So yeah, and it all kind of came about in this like grassroots organic way.
Did you guys take investment, or is sort of funding coming from?
The bulk of our funding has come actually from fees that we've earned. So like we implemented a big fee generator was actually DRB, the Grok coin. So like we integrated with Clanker, and so Banker is a Clanker interface. We also take swap fees, and we've taken a very small amount of investment just from tokens that we've earn. So just to backpedal a little bit, Banker, the coin was launched via Clanker, right? So we didn't have an initial allocation. So all the coins that we have were either bought by us or earned through trading fees. And now actually we have what's called Banker Club, which is a subscription, and that brings in Banker coin as well. But we've brought in enough coin to do like a small, very small investment with somebody who's very aligned with us. I don't think I can say who yet, but that's kind of
Cool.
the only official
I mean,
investment we took. Yeah.
To me, the interesting thing is just how the fees that these types of products can print and sort of like the bootstrapping ability. Like I think it's in this category. We've seen a lot of that over the last while with obviously Jack on here earlier. So super interesting. You tweeted last week that I'm sorry for all the banker support tickets and Twitter DMs currently left on read dealing with PMF. Lovely tweet. Can you shed some light on what the adoption of the product has been and where you're seeing these signs of PMF?
Yeah, so it kind of blew up pretty quickly. I mean, I think I know wallet metrics aren't the best metrics, given that anybody can spin up a wallet, but we have there's been hundreds of thousands of messages sent to Banker through all the different avenues, which is like Twitter, private terminal, Farcaster DMs, soon XMTP, which is integrated in the new Coinbase wallet, which is going to be really cool. So like every single day, there's people interacting with Banker. There's 70,000 plus wallets. I think I need to check I don't want to give the wrong numbers, but like there's tens of thousands of like monthly active wallets. And we use Privy, which has made like the wallet creation and the authentication process so lovely. Like I'm sure you guys know all about Privy. And I think just me personally, like having been in the space for a while, like I pretty much just use Banker like for the things that I do day to day in crypto, which is like buy and sell coins, transfer coins, and like granted, like we can't yet use Banker to interact with smart contracts on websites, but like I'm not personally really doing that. And like we're integrating these different DeFi protocols within Banker. Like just like over the weekend, I tweeted about our Avantis integration, which is upcoming, which allows you to buy like real world assets like gold, using leverage, and you can do it with like just a simple message to Banker. So this worked over the weekend. It's not live, but I told Banker just with a message, buy me $300 of gold, use 10x leverage, put a 200% take profit order and 5% stop, and Banker just goes and does it. And like this is the future that we're headed to with like agents. Like it didn't hit me how agents are going to change things until like I started building one, and like it's so cool. Like I'm so excited about like the human AI symbiosis.
Yeah, nothing like being the killer user of your product to really inform what you need to build and where you need to go.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. So with Banker, you can transact publicly, which we see a lot. People saying at BankrBot in a reply to a tweet, buy me whatever, some amount of this token that this person's talking about. You can soon kind of transact within the context of a group chat with this Coinbase wallet XMTP integration, and you can also transact kind of more privately within the terminal. So I'm interested in how you're thinking about these different social contexts, and if you see like one of them as kind of being the biggest opportunity for Banker, or do you just kind of need presence in all of them and they kind of all have their own kind of unique use cases for every individual?
Yeah, I think presence in each one is like pretty powerful. I mean, at the same time, like it's always been on my mind, like, X can shut us down tomorrow if they wanted to, right? So like we have to be building a product that if X shuts us down, like Banker is still valuable. And so like that's kind of where I'm coming from. And I think the biggest thing with building in the social feed is like this built-in virality. So like that's nice, right? But that not only unlocks virality for the product, but like it unlocks like just this social alpha. Like if you're buying a coin in the social feed, like it's this interesting, dynamic at play where you're like kind of co-signing that you believe in this coin. And we see people doing like airdrops using Banker. So in the social feed, there's these additional features that you wouldn't get like in the private terminal or in a group chat. But I will say group chat functionality is so cool. Like it's this, you can think of it as like a little, I call it like a modular money buddy. Like you just plug it into your group chat, and now you have this thing that can like manage money in the group, like send funds to everybody in the group, or like, and you can imagine what kind of like unlocks that is. And like it's just, when you have this like money primitive, right? Like do anything but split the bill or bets or just whatever, so you're sending money in the group chat, which is really cool, and unlocked by XMTP, right, which is the decentralized messaging protocol. Yeah.
So that's interesting about I'm curious, agents, there's sort of this, I guess, world where you could only have maybe one money agent, and that money agent knows the most about you and is deeply integrated into everywhere. Or there's this other world where we have a team of agents that are really well, situated in a specific niche or task. Do you sort of have a view on how this market is going to evolve for agents?
I do think the vision of these multiple agents doing different things, interacting together, and like they're all like monetized in their own way, like that's a super fascinating vision. I mean, I don't think we have the rails yet. Like we're not there yet. Like I see that's what like people are talking about, like this like kind of future vision for these agents, which could be really cool. But I don't know, like I'm just kind of focused on building like the best crypto agent. So like if it for example, like if it makes sense for us to integrate something like that, like if it's actually valuable, then we'll do it for sure. And like we're thinking about how can we open up Banker so people can use it. So I mean, I am thinking along those lines, like, what's the best way for other people to use Banker, like programmatically, right? Like not as a user, but like you're building a product and you want to hook into Banker. Is that MCP? Is it like X402? I think is like this new payment standard for agents, which is really cool. And we're looking at that. Or is it X401? I don't know. One of the two. But it's a transaction per API request essentially. So yeah, I think the grand vision is awesome. Like there's all these agents that can all work together and the economics work out. So like I hope we get there. Like I think a lot of people are thinking about that and and I think we will see people building things that push us in that direction.
And what do you see Banker being in that world? Is it kind of like the aggregation point of all your money buddies?
Banker in that world, yeah. I mean, so a couple like wallet access, like yeah, like the money buddy, right? Like that's what we're trying to build, like the best, most accurate money buddy, and like that's really what I focused on early on was. So like these LLMs out of the box, you do not want to trust with your money. They'll mess it up. I don't know, 50-50, it's 50-50 that they'll get it right. And so like spent a lot of time, like, okay, if people are going to give this agent money, like it needs to be validated and like sanity checked. And so like spend a lot of time on that. So like, yeah, it's my hope that like Banker is like the best little money buddy and like the most secure and the one that people trust to like just do day-to-day tasks. Yeah.
Okay, so this may be like asking you to choose your favorite child, but I'm going to do it anyways. What is your favorite transaction that has gone through BankrBot?
Favorite transaction?
some
Yeah,
weird,
I mean,
wild.
I think it was honestly, I think it was this weekend when I bought gold and then put the leverage. Like, I'm not a trader, right? Like, I'm not a trade but like Banker has taught me what leverage is. Like, that's another thing. It's like, hey, what is leverage anyway? Like, I just did 10x leverage. Can you tell me what that is? So like, it's informing me. But like, I think that was just to see it work. I'm like, wow, that was pretty epic that just worked.
I remember seeing maybe a couple of weeks ago, someone tweet, "Buy me $1 million of Banker." Was that did that actually happen, or what was that? What was the story behind that?
I saw that too, and I saw the transaction underneath, and I'm like, oh my, that was pretty based. Like, nice move. But no, that was a glitch on our end. There was an issue if you specified is just for ETH if you said buy me $1 million of ETH, it would just use buy me $1 million worth of Banker. It would use the amount of ETH that you had. So this person had like $5 of ETH, and it was like, yeah, transaction went through. So it looked like $1 million purchase.
The clout was far more valuable than that $5. Well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Well, thanks for coming through. We'll let you go. I played with Banker a bit, but need to work it into my daily habits a little more. It's a really cool product.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
All right, Deployer. Good luck. See you out there.
Cool.
Peace.
See ya.